What's up guys, it's Markin, bringing you some more Warfighter footage, and today we are going to be breaking down the Pointman class. Alright guys, so first off, Pointman class is one of my favorites in the game, obviously so far from the beta from what we've played. It starts you out with assault rifles. Right now I'm using the F88, which is basically the AUG. From every other game in the world. So AUG's one of my favorite weapons for all of the games that I play. So I immediately wanted to try out this class, and I'm glad I did. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. Now it gives you the assault rifles, so you're going to be good with anything medium to long range. If you're doing something short range, as long as you're not going up against an SMG, I think you'll be able to win that battle, or a shotgun obviously. But I mean, it's not terrible close quarters, but it is made for medium to long range. That's what it's primarily used for. Now the grenades that it comes with are flashbangs. Now this class, like I said, is one of my favorites, and it's one of my favorites because I believe it's one of the best. And I think if this class had regular frag grenades or any type of lethal grenade, then it might be a little overpowered. But the fact that it just has flashbangs really has balanced it out, and I really like that aspect of it. Now your secondary weapon for this class is the 870 shotgun, which is awesome. I really like it. They did a really good job, I think, in this game balancing out the shotty from what we've seen. It only works close quarters. It will not work long range at all. You're not gonna get a 4-shot long range kill on somebody with a shotgun. It's just not the way it works. So you do have to be right up next to them, like a shotty should work in my opinion. Now the class's ability. For the Pointman class, their ability is high power ammunition. So what you do is you select your ability. Once again, on the Xbox controller, it's up on the D-pad for the beta. You select your ability, and he takes out his magazine and puts in a high-powered ammunition magazine, which is what I'm using right now. Now the AUG usually comes with 42 rounds in a clip and a normal clip, and with this high-powered ammo, it's only 30 rounds that it gives you. So your ammo gets cut down to only 30. But the rounds are more powerful. It's somewhat like stopping power from Call of Duty. But what they do to offset this is whenever you have your high-powered ammo equipped, you have tons of recoil on your weapon. So if you're trying to kill somebody from far away, you really need to feather that trigger, 1 or 2 shot bursts, and that's it. But the power's there, and it'll just drop people very quickly. Now you can't refill this or anything like that. It's once a life. Right when you start off, you can use it, and that's it. Now, in terms of Scorechains, offensive Scorechains for this class I think are great. I think they're one of the best in the game. First off, your first Scorechain is the RQ-11 Raven. It's a UAV. UAVs in this game are very powerful from what I've seen. You can throw up this UAV and it basically turns around in a circle around the area where you deploy it, where you throw it, and it'll mark the enemies every couple seconds. They'll pop up on the map, and it's very useful. And I think for having it as a very first score chain for this class, it's great. Now your second is an Airburst Mortar. It is a mortar strike that drops down and it actually blows up a couple meters above the ground, and the actual air will blow down onto the ground, and that's what kills people. So it doesn't make a direct impact on the ground, but it has a pretty decent sized spread that the air actually bursts down onto the ground to kill them. Now the third offensive score chain on here is the AH-6 Little Bird. Now it doesn't follow you around like an Overwatch or anything like that. You call it in and it's basically like a strafing run. It'll come down, and actually I believe it does 2 passes. It'll come down and do a pass somewhat like a strafing run, and then come back and do the same a couple seconds later. And then fourth, as always, is the Apache as the final offensive score chain. Now in terms of defensive score chains, as you guys probably know by now, they're the same for every class. Your first defensive score chain is a smoke screen through a mortar, drop it down and use it as cover. Your second defensive score chain is Replenish Your Fireteam. You call it in via remote, and it basically refills your entire team's ammo, grenades, everything like that. It's not just for your fire buddy, it's not just for you, it's your whole team including you. Now third on the defensive score chains is the RQ-7 Shadow, and that is a real-time UAV, somewhat like the Blackbird from Call of Duty, and it'll show all the enemies real-time on the map where they are, and it's an excellent score chain. Now number 4 on the defensive, as always, is the Apache. Once again, it's the same offensive, defensive, it's the same. Now, overall impressions for this class. As I've told you before, I love it. It's one of my favorites. They are one of the fastest classes in the game. So the Pointman class and the Spec Ops class are the two fastest classes. You can really move around. But the difference between this and the Spec Ops class is Spec Ops class you're stuck with SMGs, close quarter weapons, where with the Pointman class you still have that very, very high maneuverability, really high rate of speed that you can actually move at, and you have assault rifles. So if you get yourself stuck in a longer range battle, you're not going to have to back down and run away. You can actually take that head on, especially with the weapons that they give you. And with this AUG having 42 rounds in this clip, you can put rounds down range. You're not going to have to worry about reloading every 2 seconds, which is awesome. So I mean, overall, I really do like this class. The secondary as that 870 shoddy is perfect for going in, clearing out rooms, and just wreaking havoc on it. So love this class, guys. One of the best in the games. This is the very last class review, and we'll see you on Tuesday for the Warfighter release. Thanks for watching.